Hello, chat. Sorry about the audio quality. I'm just doing this on my Steam Deck without my usual mic. But hopefully it gets the job done for this little guide. So I'm gonna have all the links in the description, so you can go to the first one for downloading PKHeX if you don't have it already. The version you need is 23.09.25. Um, the link should take you to this version. Just make sure you're not clicking this download button, because that'll just download the latest one. You want to click this little hidden download button down here. And if for some reason it doesn't take you to the correct version, you just click C changelog, scroll down to 23.09.25, and then you want to just click and download it. And that should be sent to your downloads folder, which I have. Well, it will download like this. Right click it, extract here, then you'll get this one, the PKHeX.exe, right click it, add to Steam, and then you can go into Steam and you can just search for PKHeX. Here it is. We're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna rename it now. Okay, now you want to go to settings, properties, compatibility, force to use Proton Experimental. Now you go ahead and click play. Wait for it'll take a little bit to load. Would you like to download .NET desktop runtime? You say yes. You might have to use the touch screen. For some reason the trackpad doesn't work for me when that happens. And then you'll let it install. I already downloaded it, so I'm just going to cancel that one. Then you're going to go back to your downloads folder, right click the Windows desktop runtime file, add that to Steam. You're going to want to search for, probably desktop will work. There you go. You go into settings, properties, compatibility, force it to use experimental again, go into play, then you have to use the touchscreen again, hit install. If I can tap it, there we go. Download is pretty quick. You just close it. Then you can go ahead and do our next step, which is basically we could launch PKHeX again. Right now that we've downloaded this, and you might think, oh, it'll work now because we've downloaded what it told us to. But it doesn't realize that we have it installed because Proton has like separate folders emulating Windows. At least is how I understand it to work. It has different folders emulating Windows for each individual game in Steam. So it's downloaded the .NET to a separate folder so PKHeX doesn't know it's downloaded. And the way to get around that is to go to this, what is it called again? Shortix. You want to download that, download the installer, like that. Alright, oh look at that. You're going to go ahead and drag it to the desktop, move here, alright. You want to double click it, execute, continue. I guess you don't necessarily have to do this if you don't want to download another program, and just say yes to everything when you're downloading it. Except I don't care about the backup. I say no to the backup because I don't really see why I need it. So go ahead and delete that. But I suppose you don't need to do this necessarily, because you can just go like, where is it? Okay, I found it. So like, if you go to local share Steam, Steam apps, compat data, you'll see all of these folders, right? And each one of them is for the different games in your library that don't run natively on Linux. And so you could theoretically just go into each individual one, click it, go to PFX, drive C, and look through all of them. All these folders are trying to figure out where the things are, right? Like one of these might be a game. Eventually, I guess you could find PKHeX and find the runtime download, right? But it's a lot easier to just download this, which will then in your home folder. If you go here, it'll put a Shortix folder. I'm gonna just blur out all this just because I don't know. I don't think the little codes matter, but just to be safe, I'm gonna blur out everything other than the two that I need to show you. In the Shortix folder, we're going to scroll down. Here it is. Windows Desktop Runtime. Open that. Go to the PFX folder. And you copy the drive C folder. You copy it. Not anything in it. Just the entire drive C folder. So that we get everything that runtime installed. Then we want to scroll up. Find the PKHeX folder. Go into the PFX. And then in the PFX folder, paste your drive C. Now click apply to all, write into so that we don't overwrite anything. Apply to all, skip, because anything that's a copy, I just think it's safest to not overwrite that. And then, finally, you should be able to go into PKHeX, and it should launch. Let's hope it works a second time. There we go. Alright, look at that. I don't care about a backup folder. Hit no. And there you go. You might have to get a mouse if you don't want to use the touchscreen, because I do not know. I don't know why, but I can't get the trackpad to work. But here you are. For saves, just go to wherever you have your emulation folder. I'm using EmuDeck, so it's all set up for me. Go to saves, Melon DS if you're doing a DS game. I'm not really sure how to get the Lime 3DS saves. If I figure that out, maybe I'll put that in a comment, but I have yet to do that. Then you drag your save into the program. It'll load it all up. And there you go. Got all that up and running. You can view everything. It's nice. Alright. So, hope you found that helpful. I gotta edit this. This is like a 10-minute video, at least, before I edit it. Alright, bye-bye.